Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today's project is this very cute, very sweet little triangular gift box. It stands up like that. It's got lovely little sloping sides. I have stamped the front and the back. This is the made use the balloon builder punch. Went for some complementary but clashing colours, I think is the way you would describe them. So this is Watermelon Wonder and then Mint Macaron bow. Not a bad bow for my standards anyway. I kind of don't want to open it, but I'll open it for you. It opens up like this, the ribbon pulls off and it's got quite a big opening inside. Okay, so that is the project. Let me get started and I'll show you how I made it. So we're going to start with some scoring, and I said we're using clashy colours, so we're going to see how this works. This was suggested to me by one of my Stampin Up sisters, and a fellow demo said this colour combination would work, so let's see if she's right. I'm going to start with some scoring, and what I've got is a piece of cardstock that measures 11 inches by 5 inches. And we're going to start by scoring it along the long side at 4, 5, and at 9 inches. All of the dimensions on my blog, as always, craftycarolinecreates.com, so don't worry about rushing to write these down. And then along the long side at 1 and 4 inches. 1 inch and 4 inches. These are probably some of the easier measurements. Sometimes they're a bit more complicated, aren't they? But if you do miss any of these dimensions, do just pop over to craftycarolinecreates.com and you can grab them there. Okay, let's bring in some grid paper, get a nicer surface to stamp on. And first thing we can do is just fold and burnish those score lines. So we are scoring before stamping, and why we're doing that will become evident in just a moment. Let's start by, oh, I didn't burnish that way, burnish both ways, all your score lines. Okay, and then we might as well do some cutting while we're at it. So this is the smaller panel at this end, and we're going to cut up I said this was Peekaboo Peach, didn't I? I can't remember. I went on about clashy colours, but I can't remember if I said this was Peekaboo Peach. So we're going to cut up here. Cut that off completely. Okay. And then this centre where we've got a little square, I'm going to cut up like that. Notch out. And then sort of cut it in half. Just like that. Okay. And we'll do the same on this side too. Okay, up those two. Oh. Notch it out. And then cut it roughly in half, just like that. Okay. Now, you can see how this is going to fold up. So this is going to be our front. And this is going to be our back, and then this is going to be our flap. So we need to bear that in mind as we start doing our stamping in just a moment. But before we do that, what we need to do is trim these edge flaps. Now you can do this on your trimmer, but I'm just going to do it with scissors because I think you can get a good enough result. And if you know me, I like speedy crafting, and that's why I love Stampin' Up, because you can get such good results in a very short period. But what we are going to do basically is we're going to cut from this bottom corner up to where this score line intersects. And we're going to do that on both sides. Okay, so I'm just doing this using some sharp scissors, and you can see I think you can get a pretty good finish if you take your time. Okay, so let's flip that over and we'll do the same on this side. Okay, just like that. And then we need to do the same on these two flaps as well. We need to start from the middle again and go out. So I always feel nervous when I say, oh, you can get a really good result using scissors, and then I do it and I'm thinking, oh, am I going to get a good result? Hopefully. So for 3 down, last one to go. Hope I haven't jinxed it. Nope, I think I just about pulled that off. Okay, so that's the sort of shape you are going to be left with, okay? One last thing to do, and I forgot to get it out, and that is just to round the corners here and here, and then we are ready to start some stamping. So just pop that in and round that off, and the other side and round that off too. Okay. Stamping. We are going to use the balloon builder punch, and we're going to use this one, which is the sort of the middle of the 3 traditional balloon shaped ones. So I've already mounted him up, and we are tone on tone stamping, so I have matching Peekaboo Peach. And this is where I said you need to remember how it folds up when you think about your stamping orientation, so your balloons are flying the right way. So here we need our balloons to go this way, so I know when I stamp it I need it to be like that. So we'll start by doing that section, and I'm just going to ink this up, and we're just going to do this completely by eye. Photopolymer makes stamp sets make it really easy to do this. I'm just going to start at the bottom, just like that, and then move along, and another one, third one there, and then I'm just going to flip it over so that when I stamp I don't go onto the back where we want the balloons to fly the other way effectively. So I'm just going to stamp in the middle there, and in the middle there. Okay, oh, a bit close, a tiny bit close, and then I'm going to fold this bit in so that I can do the edges without, there we go. It's a bit harder for me to do this with the camera in the way. When you are doing this yourself, you won't have the camera in, and you can get right on top and get that pattern really perfect. Now this section is going to go this way, so we need the balloons to fly that way too. So we're going to start actually at the bottom, because that's the bit you're going to see, so you want to make sure that you get your balloons, whole balloons on the bottom. Again, just tuck that side flap in so that you tuck them all in actually. Or what you can do is you can mask it off if you wanted as well, but I'm just going to tuck it in. Okay, and then I'm going to go in the centre, just keep that pattern. Oh, not doing too well today with the stamping, am I? Let me just fold these in. Take a second. I'm making it look a lot more complicated than it is. I'm sure when I did my first sample it wasn't this difficult. There we go. And then the back, we want the balloons, they're going to fly the other way. So I'm going to start stamping them, and you are going to see the back, so I do think it's worth taking the time to stamp it. Oh, not very good, Caroline, at all, is it? You can get a really nice, I might refilm this. Honestly, I'm not lying, you can get a really nice pattern going using the photopolymer sets. Have a look at the example. I put lots, I think I'll be photographing the example one rather than this one, because it's not really working very well, is it, for me? Okay, so that's our stamping done. The less said about that, the better, I think. But, you know, I want to show you that even people like me sometimes don't make the best results. So you can see that it kind of folds up, but to make it fold up perfectly, what we're going to do is we're just going to trim about 1 inch off the back 2 flaps. Okay, and then a little bit of Tombow or snail, we'll do snail is to hand on these flaps. And they are going to fold over and stick down on our front 2 triangles. There we go. And if you find, like I have, you've got a little piece there, what you can do is just, oh my can do is just trim that off. There we go. And then when you fold it up, they just tuck in like that, and a flap folds over. You can see you got a little bit of a gape here, so that's why we're going to use some ribbon to keep it closed and make it look really pretty. I think I just about got away with that dodgy stamping, didn't I? So I've got my hole punch. This is an 1/8 of an inch hole punch. I'm just going to by eye go about 1/2 inch up and about 1 inch across. There, and about the same on the other side, just like that. Okay, and then I said we're going for clashy colours, and somebody told me this would work. We are going to go for Dapper Denim. So the Dapper Denim ribbon is going to go in one side, like that. I'm going to pull out a section and cut that off. There we go. Oh, the camera, the battery is bleeping at me. Hopefully it's going to last. Apologise if not. Fold our box up again. Okay, that goes around there. Let's pull that tight. Oh, cut far too much off. And then pull that through. Might give me a chance of tying a decent bow on camera if I have plenty of excess ribbon. So you can see that goes round the back and then comes through those 2 holes on the front. And then we can just tie that off in a pretty bow. Don't hold your breath about it being a pretty bow. Oh, kind of, not too bad. Maybe just about passable. Okay, and then trim that off there. Trim the tails down a little bit. And there we go. Not my finest masterpiece, I must admit, but you get the kind of the idea of how cute and beautiful that they can look. I think I'm going to take that off and try and tie that bow a little bit better again, but they do stand up on their own. Not 100% sold on the colour combination, but I do think it is a very cute little box, and you can do a lot better stamping than I have done there. I think I might have just about got away with it. Hope you enjoyed the project though and the video. If you do want to buy any Stampin' Up products, do pop over to my online store, craftycarolinecreates.com. Has direct links there, or get in touch and it would be my honour to help you place an order. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.